I want to bring in Professor Dirk Kotze. He is a political analyst. I know his time is very short, so we will try to get through as much as we can. Thank you very much indeed for your time. So the party says in their mission statement on their website is that they irrevocably committed to the realization of communities, in particular Afrikaners, the right to self-determination, territorial or otherwise. From your point of view, how broad is their base?
Well, their base is to a large extent focused, or they receive their most support in Gauteng, which is obviously not a place where this type of policy can be implemented. At the same time, they have increasing support they started to receive in the Western Cape, and then in places, in provinces like the Northwest to some extent, and then also in the Free State. But their support is to a large extent dispersed across many parts of the country. There are sort of concentration points, for example, in the Southern Cape also. Mossel Bay is another one. But it is not that they have a particular province where they have a real serious presence there.
I guess the big question is, do they have the tenets and the policies to broaden their base?
Yes, that is very much important for them. That's obviously the objective of any political party, is ultimately to broaden their support base. And that is what I think what the Freedom Front Plus certainly has in mind. What they are targeting at the moment is, for example, Tshwane, which, although it is still in Gauteng, but they have a interpretation of the by-election results, which says that they certainly have a chance to improve their position in Tshwane. They talk about 3 additional ward councillors, for example. So that are the possibilities. But to move into other provinces at this stage, it seems like that potential is rather limited.
The leader of the Freedom Front Plus, Dr. Pieter Groenewald, we've seen him now delivering that manifesto, seasoned politician. Professor, how would you describe his tenure as the head of the party, especially in attracting new voters?
Well, I think he follows on General Viljoen, who started the party, and then Dr. Pieter Mulder, who was there for a very long period. He was a person who could sort of attract support from different sides, even from sort of more middle centrist type of supporters. And I think what the Freedom Front Plus have done in the past, in the 2019 election, when they attracted quite significant support from the DA, is to a large extent as a result of the investments of Dr. Pieter Mulder also. Mr. Groenewald at this stage has established him as the leader of the Freedom Front Plus, but I don't think he has the same sort of public appeal, the same public presence as his forerunners in the form of General Viljoen and Dr. Mulder. But I think what they are doing is that they are building quite a widespread leadership now. So everything does not depend on him. But South African politics, as we know, is very much a sort of a leader-driven political dispensation. And therefore it does matter what the national leader looks like and his public presence, his public profile.
So I said I'll let you go before 12 o'clock. We do appreciate your time in sticking around and giving us some analysis. Be well.
Thanks very much.
All right, Professor Dirk Kotze, they're giving us some analysis with regards to the Freedom Front manifesto launch, the 10-point plan outlined by Dr. Pieter Groenewald. There you heard, we'll bring you some of the big highlights of that as well. But some of what we picked up, the big takeaways, is that of affirmative action, saying that it needs to stop. He said that 48% of the budget is spent on salaries. He says that you, the community, must be empowered. Talking about black economic empowerment as well, saying that it is misused, and going on to say that they will not tolerate the bullying of minorities.